Today we're going to talk about the programming that I chose to go with when I started my home gym. Here we go. Howdy everybody, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, I want to welcome you. The purpose of this channel is to provide relevant education and accurate information for all things self-defense from the civilian perspective for civilians. My name is Craig. Part number one of this series, I talked about the equipment that I got when I started my home gym back in mid-July of 2022. I'm filming this video in mid-December of the same year. I talked about the squat rack that I got from my neighbor, some of the weights that I got from him, some of the plates and the barbells that I got from a local place called Bolt Fitness here in Houston. This video, we're going to talk about the programming that I chose to go with. And that programming is a starting strength novice linear program. Why did I choose to go with this? Going back when we started working out with my buddy, my good friend Chad in 2020, he came from an Orange Theory background. So we started off doing a bunch of run to road type stuff. We started implementing a little bit more strength training stuff, functional fitness if you want to call it, medicine ball type stuff, toes to bars, farmer's carry, burpees. As we progressed, I told him, I was like, hey, I want to incorporate some more strength stuff. So we started incorporating a little bit more, of the main lifts, right? One of the things that I noticed is when it would come time, about every 6 months or so, we would max out just to see where we had gained strength. The numbers that I was putting up weren't as good as I was hoping. I did gain strength. My cardio was a lot better. I was able to push myself much harder on things. So my cardiovascular health and output was very, very solid. But the strength aspect of it, which is what I was hoping for, wasn't as good as I was expecting. For instance, on the press, I think when we maxed out last time, the most I pressed was like 190. I think the most I benched was like 265. Deadlift maybe in the mid fours. I didn't squat. When I started my home gym, I went back to the nuts and bolts. What did I want to focus on? And that was I wanted to get stronger. See, I get my cardio from jiu-jitsu. And one of the things that Rip talks about is if you're doing a sport, in order to get better at that sport or that thing, then you need to do that thing, do that sport. So if you play basketball, if you play football, you play baseball, you do jiu-jitsu, wrestling, whatever, if you want to get better at that thing, then do that thing. In addition to that, strength, becoming stronger, makes whatever activity that you're doing that much easier. Becoming stronger allows you to produce more force over a longer distance. And that, producing more force, basically helps almost any activity that you do, regardless of what it is. And so that's what I decided to go with. I looked at some Matt Hughes stuff. Matt is a multi-time winner of the CrossFit Games. My friend John Valentine recommended some stuff, but ultimately I went with the starting strength program, and it consists of 4 main lifts with 2 auxiliaries, right? Bench, overhead press, squat, deadlift, and then you mix in some chins and some power cleans. My experience so far, we're going to get more into this in video number 3. Guys, I cannot recommend this enough. 6 to 8 weeks into lifting, I actively noticed my rolls on the mats with my partners got a lot easier. I was able to lock people down. I was able to control people a lot easier. Essentially, I was able to exert my will a little bit better than I was able to previously. Also getting some comments from some of my good friends. They noticed as well that either my pressure was getting better or I was getting stronger or it was getting more difficult to do whatever. Definitely strength has made my jiu-jitsu better. And whatever it is that you do, I'm pretty damn sure it's going to make that task or that activity or that sport much better too. My overall physique has changed. I have gained weight, which is expected. I've put on about 20 pounds. Most of that is muscle. My waist is the same. I have not changed clothes. I will tell you this, my clothes probably fit better now than they did before I started. My hips, my legs, my ass did get better because they got stronger, but I've always had a big ass. So anyway, my arms, my wrists, I've always had little wrists, but I've noticed the last couple months or so putting on my watch, it's a lot tighter now than it used to be. I've had people comment about my shoulders looking better, my arms, my back, traps. it's been a net positive. It makes everything that I've been doing that much easier. And a lot of people might ask, how has it affected your cardio? Not one bit. And I think one of the reasons is because I don't have to exert as much force anymore. My cardio is still there. I still train jiu-jitsu consistently. I've just added strength training on top of that, and it has made everything better. So guys, I would encourage you, if you're looking for some type of program to get better, to improve your fitness, whatever it is, I would encourage you guys to go look at the Starting Strength Novice Linear Program. Stay tuned to part 3. I'm actually going to show y'all, I have it written down on the wall, what I started at and where I am at now with my 4 main lifts. And it's been pretty stinking significant. So guys, stay tuned to part number 3. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be safe, be smart, be skilled. We'll catch you.